Staying with that.
Good afternoon. Right. Yes, it is your live at 5 drop time. Woo! Over a drink.
Yay!
Me and Jay.
Woohoo!
And Jay. I saw Mike, my illustrious and MIA co-host. I actually
what up,
saw
Mike?
him this past Wednesday. He popped into
Big
an
timer
event that I host every second Wednesday, along with the rest of my Neo Dial crew collective. And we have this second Wednesday happy hour at Broad Hall, at the foundation at Broad Hall, right there in the basement of Divine Lorraine. And I was sitting on one end of the bar, and I looked over. I said, "Is that Mike?" And I went over and gave hugs and hellos, and he actually happened to be popping by to visit an old friend, which became a common friend now because she and I know him and so many other people. But it was good to see him. He was like, again, thank you for holding me down as always. I was teasing him about how I saw him last week on air with Spanish Fly, which comes on after this show, but he couldn't even make it to his own show. But, it was cool. It was cool.
You never know where you might see Mike at anyway.
Yes, what up, though? As always, I got my brother-in-law, Jay, joining me.
What's going on, good people?
Filling in. We have good chemistry. He's able to keep up with me on the sports that Mike can't anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about, let's get into your weekend. I mean, pardon me, I'm a little loopy. I had a little procedure today. I probably shouldn't even be doing this.
Yeah.
Definitely shouldn't be drinking.
Hardest working woman
last night, but
one of the hardest working women in the world right here.
You know what it is? I say it all the time. I'm a true Gemini. I can't be still. And when I want to be alone, I want to be alone with somebody, if that makes sense. Like they can not say anything, not do anything. I just need somebody else there.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I can't be alone. I can't sit still. My father said something to me a couple months ago where he does a very physical job, it's your father-in-law, and he's 71. So he had said something like, he does that job because every day he does it is so physical and it wears on his body so much that he knows that it's a day that he's not going to die because he can get up and actually do it. So I was like, don't say that. That's so morbid. But at the same time, I get it.
No.
Even when I should be resting, I keep moving because at least I know I can.
You can move.
I'm going to be able to.
Move.
So yeah.
Yeah, things happen when you move. Good things happen.
I'm just saying.
You here right now, hosting the show.
Let's start by talking about your weekend because y'all left me.
Yeah.
Y'all left me, changed Cousin's Day plans and everything. Y'all just left me.
Oh man, I know it's been a lot going on lately, but something dope that happened this weekend was let's just get ready.
Yeah, let's get ready.
Over a drink.
You having an IPA and Jack Daniels?
Look, man. I'm a man of many talents.
Okay, watermelon premix margarita. Okay.
Yeah, so this weekend I got a chance to do something I never done before called glamping. It was like glamorous camping up in New York.
Have you ever been camping?
I never been camping. No.
So you just said fuck the bullshit. I'm gonna go glamping. I'm gonna skip the whole tent and the ruggedness.
No, but we had we had tents and cabins, right?
Okay.
A couple people had tents, a couple people had cabins. And but you still was roughing it because it wasn't like no bathroom or nothing. Like
y'all had the outside latrine.
Yeah, that no, we had a loo.
A loo.
You know what I'm saying? We had a loo. You know what I'm saying? Sister Iris, I see you at the loo. You know what I mean? Handling your business behind the shed, sighting up. But you had to go outside to go to the bathroom, and like it's like a little hole that you crap in, and then you gotta turn the dirt. Yeah. You gotta turn the dirt. Like you gotta like grind your shit in the ground. It's fertilizing the ground, basically. So it's kind of like
your waste and using your waste for fertilization.
Yeah, so that's dope. How you basically using my shit to feed the earth.
I've been camping before, so I've done that before. I don't know why this nigga called me every Friday. I mean every Monday at 5. But anyway.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that was kind of crazy. Also, like we had the shower outside. It was one shower, and it was outside, and it was all cold water. It wasn't no hot water nowhere near the place. It was a place in the Catskills. It's a huge place, miles, right? And it's beautiful. It's like on a mountain, right off the mountains, and they got like platforms where you can go up there. You can do yoga. You can pray. You can whatever you want to do. The scenery,
in the mountains.
all that. And hiking.
So what did y'all do? Did you hike?
Yeah, we went hiking. We found some stuff. Your cousin Les was picking up. Your cousin Les was picking up
mushrooms at night
every lizard she saw.
Did y'all do mushrooms at night by a campfire?
know what? We ain't do.
That's the kind of camping I like.
No, we didn't do. We had some fun though. We played some games and stuff like that, and talk too. Like, just really like bust it up, like
the phones don't
because
work
no
out
phones
there.
working. So you gotta talk to people. So like, and we just busting it up, and it kind of like gets you closer. Like went with it was 3 couples that had went, and
Oh, see, 3 couples. I couldn't have went no how.
Yeah, but even that, like, even the third couple was Terrence and Sylvia. Like, I got, that's my guy. I got a chance to know him a lot better.
That's
you know what
my
I'm saying?
guy.
Got a chance to know his wife a lot better. So it was good, man. Like, the great energy. You know what I mean? Good people, and of course, CJ was the one and led us to put it together. So it was dope.
No drinking, the nurse's order.
Cheers. Yeah, so that was kind of dope. That was just kind of dope experience. I would advise everyone to take some time, maybe one weekend or a couple days, and just get away from everything that pulls you in 1,000 directions.
Really disconnect and decompress.
Like, I got a chance to talk to my wife about things we ain't talk about in a long time. You know what I mean? Just because we had the time to talk. And like usually she getting pulled this way, I'm getting pulled that way.
Rosie.
Stuff going on. So it's just like
Jack.
dope being able to connect, and it was kind of.
I got some fine, sexy friends. Jack Drummond is one of them, and he played the violin. I'm sorry, I detracted. He just popped in my live.
But yeah. So it was dope. It was dope. Had a good time. Great time, actually.
All right, so y'all did that Friday through yesterday?
Did that Friday through yesterday. Then I went to a funeral. I came back from
Yeah, I heard.
Came back from camping out in New York, and then we literally took a shower and went to my man Inky funeral. Shout out to Ro, his wife, and it was a beautiful event they put together last night. I actually spoke at the funeral yesterday. Covering for my brother Ma. He was got caught up in traffic, so they asked me to say a few things, and it was dope, man. Like, he was there. We rocked out,
celebration,
cried a little bit,
right?
Had a good time, and and I felt
until it's that moment of finality, and you got to talk about what was opposed to what is and will be. Yeah, that was super hard. Like, I totally forgot about the whole Honey Jack and all that came from me. Like, I totally forgot about that. But anyway,
that was beautiful. I remember. I ain't gonna never forget that.
Yeah. Moving on to more beautiful things. This weekend, I got to. First of all, as always, shout out to Toot, Shab, and the whole Glockaware family that makes this show possible. Unfortunately, I missed their event in the park. I was on social media like, oh wow, it was amazing. They had their 12th annual.
I know DJ Fest.
First of all my favorite DJs were there, and yesterday, I was at a birthday party for DJ Active, and MC Elixir said the same thing that I've been saying for a long time. Philly, hands down. This is the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Yeah,
hip-hop celebrated
50th anniversary
this weekend. Philly, hands down, got the best DJs. And I'm going to add South Jersey to that because one of my most favorite DJs, DJ J Ski, who's also Team Leo, also about to celebrate a birthday, was around at the DJ Fest, and I got to see him at Active's birthday yesterday, and he's part of this. It's funny because one of my girlfriends, I forget what song it was he was cutting, but she was like, yo, he cutting the shit out of that song. I said, and this is why they are the Scratch Mechanics.
Yes.
Like, this is why they are this, like, if you can appreciate, first of all, if you're a hip-hop fan, it has to be more than just the music. Hip-hop is an entire culture.
Yeah.
So we know it's the graffiti, it's the clothes, it's the music,
it's
of
the
course,
language,
but it's all about the DJ. Never forget,
and it's
DJ
about the
Kool
cannot
Herc started hip hop by throwing a party where I saw the flyer. It was like 25 cents for ladies and 50 cents for dudes. Remember dollar parties?
I remember that.
I remember dollar parties.
Dollar
I had
parties
a
be the
bunch
shit
of dollar parties back in the day. My mom used to come home like, who the fuck said you could have a party? I don't know. But can you stand at the door and collect these dollars? Because at 9 o'clock, motherfuckers going to start coming. I don't know what to tell you. But so shout out to all the DJs that showed up. It was definitely a beautiful event. Shout out to J-Rock. I saw him yesterday. I don't know if he saw me. I know he was out there. But yes, I got to see all of... one of my friends was teasing me the other day. I was like, all of my favorite white boys are here. She was like, here you go. I was like, I love them so. I have attractive friends of all nationalities and shades. And shout out to Excel, who I haven't seen since Ski's 50th birthday last year. Sat One, who told me to come hang out with him because he'll get me drunk. And I know he will because Sat be out in these streets partying. And not only is Sat a dope-ass DJ, he's a graffiti artist. Like, when I do finally get my woman cave together in my basement, I'm going to have him come throw a piece up on the wall. So I got to see Sat. I got to see DJ Grimm, who I met through Jazzy Jeff. And, you know, just celebrating the whole 50th anniversary of hip-hop. The
culture, man. Like, DJs is, like, they, like, the part of, like, when you making hip-hop culture, DJs is a part of the ingredients.
You dig? The foundation.
Rappers is a part of the ingredients.
Foundation. They supply the very track that the MC actually, because it's about rapping now and lyrics. And it was always been about lyrics, but there was a time where it's an MC for a reason. They really were the mic controller. They really were setting up whatever scenario the DJ was doing, whatever picture he was painting with his hands. So, it's funny because I put a post up today about just hip hop in general, just celebrating the 50th anniversary, because people kept saying, you're supposed to post 50 pictures of you and your favorite hip hop artist, or just 50 things, or just something about the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And I was like, well, I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Can't nobody tell me what I'm supposed to do. But I was like, I have so many pictures and so many people, so many memories.
You probably can't pick. You probably have a hard time picking 50 pictures. Most people would.
And I can't even find them. Oh, what up, Khadijah? It wasn't even about finding them. Some of them aren't digitized. Like, I went and looked on a couple from when I went to Miami with my best friend Laia and Pooch Man, who used to be on the morning show.
Laia and Pooch.
And because they weren't digitized, the pictures were really weird. So what I did was I just posted a picture of the 16-year-old me in my bedroom getting ready for my senior prom. And much like the Glockaware studio with all these pictures on the wall, my bedroom, I had gray and white panel on my wall growing up, but you would never know because I literally had posters and pictures that covered every inch of the wall in my bedroom. And when down to the floor. And when I ran out of wall, I had to steal it. I used to wake up every morning to Big Daddy Kane with a handful of money. No, it was Big Daddy Kane leaning on his side, Eric B. and Rakim.
With the money?
With the money, and a picture, a poster of the boys. Those were the 3 big posters on my ceiling.
That's motivation. That's motivation.
Not really to get up. I was just laying there
I couldn't afford tape, though.
But if on my Instagram and on my Facebook, you can see it, I literally covered the wall. There ain't a rapper that was out between 86 and I graduated high school in 93. There ain't a rapper that was out between 86 and 93 that was not on my wall. And I would cut out the little square pictures. I will never forget, the Source used to have the lyric of the month.
Right.
One month, I don't remember what month or year, but the lyric definitely was Pete Rock, and it was from The Creator. I think it was from his song, The Creator. And I cut that out. It was a little column. And by the time I started working for Jeff, I had it up on my wall in my cubicle. I had this picture of Pete Rock. I had a poster of Pete Rock and CL Smooth. I had these other pictures. Now, when I started working for Jeff, it was 2001. So I had Pete Rock, and then I had Ghostface the Woo. And I will never forget sitting in my cubicle one day, and Jeff came in, and he was like, oh, yeah, Pete, this is... He was like, this is one of my assistants, Iraz, because at the time I was the executive assistant for the office. He was like, she kind of obsessed with you. Look at her
all
cubicle.
Casual. All casual.
I can't run. I can't hide, because literally as he comes and turns the corner of my cubicle to introduce himself and extend his hand for a handshake, he starts laughing because they're legit. There's about 6-7 pictures of him right there. He's looking at himself. So
okay, she fucks with me.
Yeah, hard. He knows I fuck with him so hard. I got to meet his wife. They're both Geminis. Shout out to Shara. She has a bamboo hoop airing company, 88hoops.com. Go check them out.
Shout out.
So yeah, they celebrated the anniversary of hip hop this weekend in the Bronx. Those are 2 of my favorite people, 2 of my favorite Geminis. So back to my story, the reason why it's hard for me is because literally the same way hip hop turned 50, I turned 48. I grew up with this culture. And it's to this day it's still super surreal to have some of the relationships that I have with people who are foundations or very intricate fibers of this culture. Jeff and Will won the first hip hop Grammy ever for their album, Parents Just Don't Understand. And I will never forget, I say this all the time, I went to see Jeff in Napa. I talked about going to Napa, but he was doing one of his, DJ routines, and it was one that he's done before, but I swear to God, he never does it the same. And you always catch something different. And Laia tapped me. She was like, look at you. Between me and his wife, we both were just she was like, and then Laia said, I knew you were going to say that, because what I said to her is, it never gets old. And she said, right, because it's never the same. No matter how many times you think, oh, he's cutting Peter Piper or he's cutting LL, it's never the same. And I really, truly am in awe, inspired, enamored. You fall in love with the culture all over again when you see those things. So to have these relationships that are so important to me, and knowing like
that's
I'm
their
hip-hop,
art,
like,
man.
fuck that. I'm
That's
hip-hop.
that's
I'm
Jeff's
definitely a part of hip-
artistry, man.
Right.
That's like just like the artist write the rhymes, he mixes the tracks. That's part of his
Listen.
artistry. You dig?
Philly Nate,
Like,
shout
the
out to Philly
fuck,
Nate,
like
a
them
brother of mine.
blends.
He commented, he did a tribute post to Jeff and Will the other day about them being very much a part of hip hop. You know, people they don't look at Will as an MC because
No,
of his
Will's
clean cut
an
rhymes,
MC.
but y'all gotta
Will MC,
dissect
B.
the stories that he tells. That
And
first
Jeff, that
album
guy.
is some storytelling, MC storytelling.
Yeah.
And my
Uh-huh.
comment was, Brand New Funk is one of my top 3
Yeah.
hip hop songs of all time.
that's not front
From
on
the
Will.
production to the
History
lyrics
is history.
to the delivery
You're not in history.
to the
changing.
way Jeff put together the track and the way he cut to the way that John makes you feel to the video version that Will and them they shot at the Spectrum where he comes out. Well, let me talk to you.
Yo.
Let me get a word with you. If you're doing something, then I hope I'm not disturbing you. But if I am, so what? Stop it. Cause me and Jeff are about to cold rock it. Yo, let me tell you. That is that every time
Start
I
some
hear
shit in here.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, I'll be like, oh shit. I don't even really dance like that. I say that all the time, but then you can catch me drunk on the dance floor. But whenever I hear that, like that, when I tell you is my shit, I say a lot of songs are my shit. That right there will get me up every time. And there was this, I think it was like 2003, because Yamin told me this is our 20th anniversary. New Year's Eve, 2003, I went to South Africa with Jeff. It was my first trip ever to South Africa.
Yeah, I remember
First
you
time
went.
I ever got
I
a
remember you
passport.
went.
First time I
Yeah.
got my passport. And I remember at midnight, because in December, New Year's Eve in Philadelphia, when it's cold, it's summertime in South Africa. So at midnight, he dropped Summertime. And I remember watching, like I'm standing on the stage and I'm just like, because to see thousands of South Africans, Germans, Europeans, ain't no Americans out there, at least there wasn't outside of us, like the way they reacted and growing up with that being like the Philly anthem, the fucking national summer anthem, just putting your top down, driving through the streets. I was just like, wow. Like, and I remember saying to Jeff, like, yo, what is that like watching all these people just like rock out to your song? And he said, man, I rise. I'm just a kid from West Philly doing what I love. And he said it so simple, but he was like serious. And I know he was in wonder and amaze too, because to him, this is what he loves to do. To those fans, like he's the greatest.
Helps to
me, he's the
inspire
greatest.
them.
So yes,
He helps to inspire them.
Hip Hop celebrated their 50th anniversary. Again, like I said, DJ Active celebrated his birth anniversary yesterday at Winston on the waterfront. Saw a lot of DJs there. Saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time there. It was good to be outside. Now, I was scared to be outside. I'm about to give y'all a little TMI.
Okay.
So today, I went and had a colonoscopy. So, you know, they got to put you under, put you to sleep and all that. So they tell you the day before, yes, alcohol is clear because you got to be on the clear liquid diet. They tell you don't have that. I drank yesterday. I had a shot with my brothers and my sisters, and then I'm drinking now. Just one shot, just one little something. But you know, I'm also very aware that Michael Jackson died from propofol, and that's what they give you to put to sleep. So like, I chilled, and I was drinking water after that because I was like, I do like the good twilight sleep,
Right.
but I do want to wake up. But shout out to DJ Active. It was his birthday. He knows I love him. That's my guy. Shout out to Philly Nate, his wife, my sister Kim, everybody that was there. It was DJ Rich Medina. First of all, it was a day party that apparently Nate thought was supposed to be from 4 to 8. That's what he kept posting. It's supposed to be over at 12 though. So I left probably about, I think 10:45. I left when Rich started spinning because
Okay.
my feet couldn't take it no more. Got to see my girlfriend Mimi. I got to see a lot of family. It was packed. It was a beautiful environment. Like, it felt good to be out on my grown because, like, you know, the DJs, like, again, shout out to the Scratch Mechanics and shout out to Rebel Foster because,
Okay.
you know, he dropped all the current hip hop. You know, I was chilling with the old school and the,
Right.
you know, 2000s and the 90s, but, you know, he
Boy,
played
yeah.
something for the people that's in their 20s, and in my head, I think I'm in my 20s, I guess, because I was out there jamming. Shout out to my bro Raheem, one of my best friends, who danced all night after telling me when I got there he was drenched in sweat. Talking about something, I wasn't even dancing that much, and on God, every time I turned around, he was swinging, turning, twirling, you know, screaming LBS because Licks was hosting. And it was like a throwback for him. So that was a really cool party. So I think that was the extent of my weekend. I was nervous being there because I had, like I said, I had a colonoscopy today. So I had to
Right.
drink a bowel prep yesterday when I
Oh,
left work.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I drank a bowel prep, went home, shit and liquid, went to the club and was like, God forbid I got to go to the bathroom in this motherfucker. God forbid it goes on purpose, like without me knowing. But it worked out well. You know, I lived down the street. I made it through the night. I made it through my procedure.
You like to live on the, you like to live on the edge. I see.
You know, I like living on the edge. I wouldn't be me if I didn't live on the edge. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's funny because my friend Sheed, I love my friend Sheed. We was talking yesterday, and he's a Cancer, and I told him, I was like, you know, I was dating a Cancer. He was like, is he in control of his emotions? And I had to think about, like, I don't know. So he said, because his son's mom is a Gemini. Not only is she a Gemini, she's a twin on top of that. And he said his thing was every day he was like, which motherfucker am I going to get today? And I laughed because I was like, I can get that. As a Gemini, those multiple personalities, it's not even multiple personalities. It's multiple ways that we react to our environment. You never know what you're going to get. So, you know, I got it. I had to think. So a lot of times I got to check myself. I'll be like I've been learning lately to kind of like either bite my tongue, because I just won't say nothing, because whatever's about
you
to come out.
You biting your tongue? I don't believe it.
Yeah, no, because you know this mouth is reckless. I say whatever, and once you say something, you can't take it back. Yeah, once you say something, you can't take it back. So I've learned to just not say nothing at all. It's a bunch of people I just shut down. It's a couple people get me in my feels, and I can't talk to them because I shut down, because what I want to say is going to come out sounding crazy or reckless or disrespectful. Right. And
you don't really
yeah,
go
see,
there.
Brand New Funk, one of the dopest songs ever. It's going to come out sounding, and I don't want it to. So yeah, I've learned how to bite my tongue. I hold on to things. I find out information, and I'll hold on to it. I might bring it up at the wrong time. I might never bring it up, but trust me, I know. I might tell everybody around you but you that I know. But, you know.
You got your ways.
I got my ways. What's going on in the world today?
So,
what else?
What you were saying?
I didn't get a chance to send this to you.
Okay.
So on Friday, I was watching the news, and they was over Winfield section of the city.
Okay.
FBI. I was about to say the ATMs. Look at that. ATF. FBI, ATF was over the Winfield section of the city, 5900 block of Winfield Avenue, I believe it was. And today, they did a press conference, and a 17-year-old teen has been arrested for terrorism in our city.
I heard about that.
Yeah, like they didn't release his name because he is a teenager.
He's a teenager.
It was a 5900 block of Woodbine, my bad.
Right now, right?
Listen, I don't know where he at.
Processing in the F right now.
I don't know, because the feds was there, so I don't know what they take you to state. Well, no, he is facing state charges, so I guess he would be in a state facility, but he may do his time in a federal facility. I don't know. So this 17-year-old, which is crazy because he's 17. I don't need to know what his birthday is, because release that name and charge this nigga as an adult.
Well, you know what they say he did?
Yeah, they said that he was communicating with KTJ, which stands for Katibat al-Tawhid wal Jihad, which is affiliated with Al-Qaeda, and they were designated as a global terrorist group in 2022. So this teenager has been allegedly sending and receiving media containing terrorist propaganda, and he took steps to travel overseas for the purpose of either supporting or joining this group. He also acquired chemicals and had taken steps to build a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So they searched 2 locations in Winfield, one of being which the 5900 block of Woodbine, which is where he lived, the residence, which is where they actually arrested him. They didn't identify the other location, and they didn't identify his name because he's a juvenile. And he's facing several charges of criminal conspiracy, arson, causing or risking catastrophe, and weapons of mass destruction. So why I found this interesting, not only because it's a 17-year-old in Philly, is because as I was laying down trying to recuperate from being loopy from being asleep, I was listening to the press conference, and people were talking about, they were asking the question of whether or not the parents would face charges. Now, I'm a person that always says, these rough-ass, crazy-ass kids, some of their parents need to be held accountable for the shit they doing. However, if my son was building a fucking bomb or communicating with terrorists and I truly didn't know, I want no parts of jail for that. Now, if my son doing some fuck shit and I know about it, all right, rip me out the plastic and send me upstate because, duh, you're a horrible parent. But they want to charge the parents. And now I'm trying to figure out, is this person American? Is he African American?
I mean, you think
is he Muslim American? Clearly, most likely. I don't know. But I think in a case like this where you're 17 and a little too close to the line of adulthood, keep me out there, bro.
I
Y'all can
did.
take my motherfucking son. I'm not putting my house up. I'm not bailing a nigga out. I might not come visit because why are you trying to
Like
blow
doing
shit up?
I think
Like,
you're saying. Yeah, I think you're saying.
we can talk about it.
Right, yeah.
What
Like,
in the
it's other
world?
avenues.
So yeah, they were. That's what kind of piqued my interest about this particular case, because they really were talking about perhaps charging his parents.
But know what it is too. Like a lot of, I don't know if it's the pandemic, but over the pandemic, it seems like a lot of people just been changing, man. I don't know if it's just being isolated for a long time or what have you.
So I will say
that sounds about the
I
period
think it was being
where,
isolated.
where you said he started.
I think it's sick and tired of being
19.
sick and tired. I think it's a case of if you know your history, you know it's doomed to repeat itself. Talking about catastrophe and pandemic and all that, like, I don't know the Bible forward and backwards. I don't know the Bible inside out, but I do know from what I've been seeing and experiencing, we are living in Revelations.
Yes, we are.
For sure.
Yes, we are.
So I think during the pandemic, a lot of people had a lot of time on their hands. They were given a lot of free money, and they took the opportunity to secure things with this money that they could not previously get because
Right.
they didn't have,
Access.
always had access, didn't have the funds.
Funds.
So I think a lot of that has to do with it. I think all those pent up feelings and emotion is why we didn't talk about it last week, but shit, since August is the new Black History Month because people just can't let it go. I think that's why the Alabama brawl turned out the way it did. I think that's exactly why. Oh, hey, Aisha.
Yeah, that Alabama brawl is crazy.
Yes, Woodbine Avenue. His family is definitely living good because that's Winfield.
Yes.
That ain't Overbrook. That ain't West Philadelphia. That's literally 2 blocks from City Line Avenue. So
Right
I
around
think
right
it's
up
a
the
lot of
street
those
from Larry's
emotions.
Belly Fillers.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think it's a
I
lot of
know.
those emotions. I think that's why, and I saw for the first time today, after over a week of this Montgomery brawl, fade in the water, whatever you want to call it, all the funny names. For the first time, I saw a meme on TikTok, Instagram, I don't know, wherever I saw it. I did repost it though. I did see the what's it called? The captain of the riverboat. First of all, the boat is named the Harriet. Let's start there. And I kept wondering why everybody kept saying, peep the history that's going on. The captain of the Harriet, who was a white man, said what happened was he was trying to dock his boat and he was asking them to move. And this is white people disrespecting a white man. They was like, nah. By the time he got closer, they got off the boat. They was just like, we gonna be here. Now this man got a crew
Of people.
and he got a full
Boat
vessel
of people.
of people that were doing the tourist thing around the Alabama River that wants to get off to finish the rest of their day.
You're right.
So
Sometimes those people on schedules too, they have to get off.
the boat
Right.
is on a
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah, you're right. They get left.
So
You know?
the guy that works for the tourism company, that was the deckhand that was on the deck, the captain told him and some other crew members, move it. Just move the boat. And that's how the fracas started, according to the white captain of the boat. Again, I don't know his name, but you can look on my social media. I posted some more memes of it today. Like every day, every time my brother Preem was like, we still on this? Yes, nigga, we gonna be on this all August. This is our new Black History Month. We is grilling, we eating crayfish, all that shit. We do
crab legs,
yeah, seafood boils
crab legs and
in honor
crawfish.
of the Montgomery brawl. So these people wouldn't move their boat. All they had to do was move the fucking boat. And they got their ass whipped. So now the universal sign for I need help. You know, we be
You
like,
throw my bucket in
"Skate
it."
up," shit like that.
Throw
We be
my
like,
bucket-
yeah,
I throw my bucket
throw
in
your
the
fucking
air.
hat in the
I throw
air,
my
and I
bucket
bet
in
you
the
all your
air.
brothers and sisters come running.
Throw my bucket.
Because
I'm like, yeah.
that shit was beautiful and amazing. Because they
He's
always
like-
say black people can't come together. Them niggas assembled like
Yeah, hit the Bobby
Voltron.
Shmurda on them niggas.
What?
I just said, cap.
Them people fucked around and found out that black people really can come together.
And they-
That was the
And
best
my
part
man,
of it for
shout
me.
out to my man who swam
Aquaman.
like that
They
Olympic
calling him
mile.
Scuba Gooding
Yeah,
Jr.,
Scuba-
Aquaman.
yo, wherever he is, I need to send him some kind of gift.
So, he's a 16-year-old young man. Again, I said it last week. I forgot his name. He actually had a GoFundMe put up that he didn't even ask for because
Oh,
he
man.
lost one of his sneakers in the water.
Yeah,
And that nigga swam, got out the water with one shoe, kicked the other one off, and straight went and two-pieced the nigga, grabbed him around the waist, and body slammed him as if he was in the WWE.
Yeah, this ain't the 1800s.
Okay,
this
so-
ain't the 1800s.
Interesting fact about this Alabama River Port Dock Park, wherever. This is the same park where if you came to Montgomery in the 1800s and the
Oh,
early
yeah.
1900s,
Oh.
this is where they auctioned off
Yeah,
our
the
people.
Negroes.
This is where they separated them from their family. This is where they
Yeah,
sold the
that's it.
cotton that they picked with their very hands.
no.
that was already set in bales, and this is where they shipped it up the Alabama River for sale. And I also saw something interesting enough where there was a group of young ladies that had just literally 2 hours before the brawl had participated in a beautiful ceremony where they were all dressed in white. They put flowers out on the water, and they did a ceremony to their ancestors, lives lost during the slave trade. So if that wasn't nothing but the ancestors that jumped into the souls of those people that caused that melee,
they came from everywhere.
Because motherfuckers wanted to fuck around
they
and
started
find
running
out.
after the team showed up. They started running. It's like, sail away, goddammit. He hit me with a chair. Hit me with a hook.
Some of the funniest memes I saw were people that were nowhere near Montgomery that was watching on their phone, and it was like me getting my keys to go to Montgomery to help. It was like this one chick, she was like in Savannah. She was like watching it, then she was like, got up off her bed, grabbed her keys, and went out the door with a chair. It was like me on my way to Montgomery to help. Yes, that was definitely Dean. That was a spiritual ass whooping.
Still chair match out this bitch.
It was a spiritual ass whooping.
Still chair match.
Because I don't even think those people intended for that to happen.
No.
It literally was a spirit.
That was organic. That was organic.
Can't take this shit no more.
Yeah.
This is no longer 19, 40, 50, 30, 20, 18, or anything where you think you're going to see a black person, no matter what color you are, torment them on the street.
The whole mistreated like that.
You know,
then dipped on. And, get all dipped on the crate. Like, yo, come on, man.
Yeah, black people ain't, we not going to stand
I can see y'all, but he's boxing the bull one-on-one. He's just boxing the bull, but.
And he was like 60-something years old.
Yeah.
Now, I will say they did this week, Uncle through the chair did turn himself in. He turned himself in for, I think they didn't say if he was facing charges or not. But he might be facing self-defense charges because, he might not face charges because as much as people say he mollywopped her with a chair, and he did, she shrunk down. My daughter said she shrunk down like a Goomba on Mario Brothers. Yo, he hit that bitch on the top of the head with a chair. And she did shrink down and fall out. But he may only Instagram. Oh, put your Instagram in. Tag yourself.
Oh yeah.
He was wanted for questioning, and he turned himself in. And yeah, the white woman attacked him first. That's the funny thing. She literally thought she was going to beat on this black man. He hit her with a chair. The sisters jumped in it. Some of the funniest. They got a song. It's an MC put out. It's called Montgomery Brawl. Google it. Montgomery Brawl.
Oh man.
It's definitely a hot. It's that heat. The sisters was out there with the nails. They had pretty nails. They didn't give a fuck about their nail art. They was out there fighting. Aquaman jumped in the water. I'm still in awe of this young man who his GoFundMe amassed so much money.
I'm gonna send him $20.
His cash app was popping so much. His parents was like, "Don't send him anymore. Like he's gonna be straight."
Oh damn! All right, well, cool. I keep my 20 bones.
And the young boy my 20 bones. He said he did what he was trained to do, raised to do. Meaning he saw one of his elders and coworkers being abused, attacked, assaulted. And he jumped in. You had to look up your own Instagram.
You know what? I'm trying to put it in, and I didn't. You got me drinking this, and
I got you drinking.
You got me drinking that, and I'm trying to do.
The name of the show is Over a Drink. You got 3
First,
out here.
I hit the wrong button. Hold up. Here we go. See, I got this.
Oh God. So anyway.
There we go.
I had to bring that back up again because we're not going to let this Montgomery Brawl die. They still putting out more memes. If you find some that I haven't posted, send them to me because I will repost them. Everybody likes to send me stuff that they can't post. People think it's me and I'm crazy. No. My friends are bitches and they don't want to post the shit or they're too professional or they don't want to get in trouble or they don't want their aunts looking at them. My Aunt Anna who just turned, how old Aunt Anna turned? 98?
Aunt Anna
turned 98. Team Gemini.
The
matriarch of our family.
Yeah. I love you, Aunt Anna.
She told
you
me
the
she
sweetest.
Get up in the morning and she looked forward to the craziness that I post. So I ain't gonna say permitted because who gonna check me, boo? If my Aunt Anna ain't gonna do it, who gonna check me, boo?
Let me tell you something that's dope about Aunt Anna. This, she's just like a loving person who she accepts everyone how they are. Like, you dig? Like, she don't try to pull you one way or the other or change you how you are or anything like that.
Maybe I am
like she's straight up like old school. No matter what you got going on, we gonna be all right, baby, because we gonna rock out together.
That's
man.
because she a
And
Gemini.
There's something comforting about that.
That's
man.
because she's
Anna,
a
whole G,
Gemini.
man, matriarch G.
Yeah, she's a G, a Gemini.
Gemini.
Team
Yeah,
Gemini.
that right.
You know that we do. We accept people. We are able to see all sides. We're not two-faced. We're just able to see all sides at the same damn time. At the same damn time. We give the best advice. We don't take it for ourselves, but we give the best advice. So what else? Oh, you know what else is going on? I don't know if you've seen this. Doris Burke and Doc Rivers.
Yes.
Are the new ESPN ABC correspondents analysts. They're going to join Mike Breen and the top NBA broadcast crew.
Okay.
Malika Andrews is going to continue to host. She's going to host on ESPN and ABC the NBA Today show.
I can get down with that.
So now they got an A team and a B team on ESPN / ABC.
What? I gotta get Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, I gotta see. You know, I don't like the way. Like, first of all.
Well, this is not his first go-round as
Right.
an analyst. He called games on ESPN in 03 or 04. Doris Burke been with ESPN since 2017 as an NBA analyst. She's been calling the finals on radio since 2020. But did you know?
I love Doris.
Me too. She be
my
having
girl.
some fly glasses too. But did you know she's going to be the first woman to serve as a game analyst for a championship final in one of 4 major professional sports leagues?
That's gangster.
That's gangster.
Yeah, Doris is gangster. She's gangster.
Doris knows her NBA
and
shit.
my issue is not with Doris. My issue is with Doc. Believe it or not, like, cause you
Who's
coach him.
Philadelphia don't have.
Yeah,
an
I got
issue
an issue with Doc. Yeah, he coached my Sixers, and he didn't make enough adjustments. Okay, so when you gonna get on you gonna be a host and and be up there and try to say what they should do. No, well, why you ain't do it? Why you ain't do it, bro? Like, no, give me advice now that you done lost out. Like, no, I ain't trying to hear that. I don't know. Maybe I'm bitter. I don't know, or maybe it's just true.
I mean,
Kurt Angle.
I'm about to say you might be bitter, and it's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know I'm bitter. I know I'm bitter.
This.
I know that part is true.
There were some definite coaching flaws, for sure. There were some definite front office flaws. And that shit's still going on because you heard about your boy?
That's a perfect segue.
Perfect segue.
Until the end of my basketball season before it even gets started.
James Harden said, he said, my man is a liar.
He can't have no happiness in Philadelphia without drama.
And I'm trying to figure out how the Sixers are going to keep this nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Knowing that he's not happy. And calling the front office liars.
And reiterating it with expression.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he was. Yeah,
just in case y'all got it twisted.
This nigga said, "I'm from LA. I want to go back home. Send me to the Clippers." Clippers said Sixers want too much bread. Okay,
man,
they want too much bread. Which, when they signed him, I was questioning all that money anyway. But everybody kept saying, "Trust the process. Trust the process." Now, where are we in this motherfucking process? Please tell me, brother, please.
We are in a spot where
as I
we
told you the other day, my sales rep called me. He called me today trying to talk, trying to get me to spend 13 grand on some season tickets. And then I find all this shit out. I'm like, let me chill for a minute.
You gotta skip that call. Cause
I don't have 13 grand. I don't even know
how
I had it last.
It's expensive. Those tickets are expensive, and that's the thing. Those tickets are so expensive that when you don't see adjustments and certain things being done, I can see if you can have certain things and it don't work or whatever like that. But certain times he just didn't make enough adjustments to me. But as far as the Sixers and what I think is going to happen, man, it's going to be. I think James Harden. He's a stubborn guy, man. And I think the Sixers are going to be stubborn, and I think it's going to be a thing where we might not see something happen until the trade deadline midway through the season. Like, you know,
what the fuck we gonna do between now?
We gonna play. We gonna play, and we gonna be like a 5 seed, 4 seed. We'll still do all right. Do Joe and Maxey and all the other guys. We'll be a 4th seed, 5 seed. But we ain't gonna. We might get to the second round at most. But you know, unless somebody just spring up that we can, you know.
So you still see 4 or 5 seed? I see him being like my Hornets.
I see 5 seed. I see 5 seed.
I see him being like my Hornets at this point. Yes, I fucking said it.
Joel the MVP. You guys still respect. He's go out there and gonna give you like 35 and
Joel's the MVP
and 12. And Maxey gonna get dub
last season, not the season that he got it. Yes, I said it. But go ahead.
No, but he's still gonna give you 30 plus. He give you 30 plus a game. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody,
he can't do it alone, though.
Every team don't have somebody that can do that.
He can't do it alone.
He cannot
do it alone.
He got Maxey and Tobias is still there. I think
he got Maxey Maxey.
the
Don't
roster.
nobody else in Philly like
And Nick
Tobias
Nurse.
but
Nick
me.
Nurse is a hard-nosed coach, too.
Don't
Nick
nobody-
Nurse is, I think, a better,
My timeline, shout out to Baby Black, be calling for the trade and good riddance of Tobias.
I mean, we
think I'm
gotta
the
work
only
what we
person
got
that
with
liked him.
Tobias. I'm just thinking about not who we can trade because you get in the weeds with that because like it'd be so anybody can get once you start saying what if I do this, what if I can do that, but just working on what we got now. Tobias Harris, I think Nick Nurse can get a little something out of him. Not a lot. I ain't saying Tobias is gonna change it all like that, but it's enough for us to get a 5th seed.
Okay.
And then we can make a trade with James Harden then because by then he'll probably be like I sat out enough, I missed enough money. I just want to get back to my life and this, that, and the third, and maybe we can do a deal or something like that. But we can't give him away for nothing because we already did that with Ben Simmons. Like, not gave him away, but we gave up a lot with Ben Simmons, draft picks, and this, that, and third. We don't have it. We don't have it to give away. That's why Morey holding on to him because we don't have it. We need to make this thing work because we don't got nothing else in the kitty to draw some love back with.
And if somebody gets injured, y'all gonna be just
That's
like my
it. That's the
Charlotte
season.
Hornets.
If Maxey get injured, if Joe get injured, it's the season. I mean, you know.
We was there. We was at that game when Maxey twisted that ankle.
Yeah.
We was at that game.
Maxey
My
a killer,
sister's
though.
face was like,
But this leaves an opportunity for somebody to step up. I mean, it's gonna be more minutes. It's gonna be more time to handle the ball. I think Maxey
Who?
gonna step
Well,
up.
Maxey always step up. Like, that's not a question. Young boy is ready to take this team over.
He
That's
also
not a question.
Right, you got
Who else is
So
my question.
if you say all right, additional
Because you
person.
keep naming 3-4 people, and,
All right.
and 5 got to be on the court at all times, and then somebody got to go in when one of them 5 niggas tired.
You're right. You're right. Now who I'm gonna put my faith? I gotta see how the offense is gonna be ran. I really if you ask me to put my faith in a player, I would have to put my faith in Nick Nurse as the head coach. I think he'll figure it out.
Not my faith in the player.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's how you do. That's how politics 101 right there. That's politics, poli science right there. You ask a question with a question and dodge that jump. Yeah, but no, that's what I think. I think Nick Nurse will find a way to make it work, honestly, because he's not one of those people who locked into the way they do things. You know, because
Right.
like you have to be able to change because people have different talents.
Right.
So you gotta be able to cater to those talents, and I think he's the type of person who is not stuck in his ways.
I'm excited about this NBA season. I took probably about 2. You know, I used to be hardcore basketball. I had the NBA League Pass. You catch me in the house watching Summer League. You catch me in the house watching preseason. You catch me watching up till 1, 2 in the morning watching West Coast games. And I took a little bit of time off because my team was sucking and I was looking at other players. I'm actually excited about this season. I'm actually excited about this season for a bunch of different teams, a bunch of different players. I watched the draft.
It's a lot to be excited for.
lot to be excited
A lot of
for.
interesting kids coming
And that's
out.
the only reason why I was considering the Sixers season package.
Oh, I
'Cause,
did.
you know, he hit me with because if you go half season, you get better games. You'll get that Warriors.
Oh, yeah,
You'll get that
yeah.
Lakers. And I was sitting there like, oh my God, where am I going to get this money from? I'm going to sell somebody's ass, just not
Yeah,
mine.
somebody.
Somebody wanted to get on
I
that
mean,
corner, baby. Something
Diddy,
going to have to
diddy,
be shaking.
strutty,
It might
strutty.
have to be me.
Diddy, strutty.
Oh, hey, Cousin Butch.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the whole family's here.
That's what's up.
All right, so we talked about our Sixers, our beloved Phils.
How about the Eagles that played? You know,
You wanna
was
talk
that
about the
yesterday?
Eagles before
Yeah,
this?
just a little
Okay.
quick thing. I saw
Well, 'cause I
DeAndre
was
Swift.
going to end with the Eagles.
Oh, you
want
wanna end-
No, but I'm going to ask
yeah.
you, I know you watched the preseason game because I was at work trying to watch it on my phone and I couldn't. So then I tried to log into your Xfinity stream and it said I got to be home on my home network to watch it. It's blacked
hate
out.
when they do that.
It said, or you got to watch it on the DVR, but since the game was still on, I couldn't watch it on the DVR. So I know you watched it, whether you watched it on the DVR because you was camping or because you watched it then.
I watched it late last night when I got
watched-
home. It was on the DVR, baby. I was like, my bird, you know. First of all, it's always football season.
Yes,
It's
I know.
always
You were
football
one of those
season,
people.
man.
Always
It's always
football
football
season.
season. I don't give a damn if the Super Bowl just ended. It's football season, god damn it. In Philadelphia, anyway, man.
Facts.
And I saw some good stuff out the running back, DeAndre Swift. He looked good, man. He looked mobile. I think what I really like, and I saw I think the screen game gonna be a big thing this year, a bigger thing like it was back in the day when we had who was the coach back in the day used to run a lot of screens? Andy Reid used to run a lot of screens. But I think Sirianni is a little bit more he clever than I think he's more
He's a
more
different
innovative.
generation.
I think he's more
He's a
innovative.
different generation, and that's why.
He is. I think he's more innovative too. I think he he could do the screen stuff and he still do some of his other stuff. He won't get locked into a certain way. And sometimes like Andy used to get locked into certain stuff. But yeah, I think the Eagles look. I think they look good the other day.
As always, the starters kind of sat out.
Starters sat out.
So how you feel about your quarterback, your backup? I know I was watching the press conference. He was super excited about his first professional opportunity.
Yo, McKee looked nice. The young fella looked nice.
Little white boy.
Even Mariota looked like he had a little something too. Because like I said, he's somebody that can actually run the offense just because of the way his skill set is. Like he's really athletic. He can throw the ball, but I got a problem with his decision making.
Okay.
He has a big issue with he got to get it together, bro. Understand what you need to do and what you do not need to do.
So you think him
like,
and Jalen need to have those conversations?
I think more time.
Okay.
I think more time is going to help him out a lot. And
well, that makes sense.
And they're perfectionists. He'll get better. Like
this is his first big
opportunity. They'll get
he
better.
Has to learn how to decipher. This is not. Right. This is the big league.
But you tell the difference between him and Jalen Hurts as you was looking at him behind quarter. Even though Mariota took off and ran a couple times, when Jalen runs, he runs he run like you might give up 7. You might give up 6 here. Like other players run. You might give up a first down. No, you might give up 6.
Right.
Like you might give up a whole touchdown. Fucking with Jalen Hurts. Like you know what I'm saying? So I think, but just because he got the body shape and like I said athleticism, I think that he's a great person to back up because he has the skill set. Now you just gotta get the mental understanding.
Offensive defense, meaning what do you think is our strongest this season? Offensive defense.
Oh man, I'm gonna go. We lost a lot of players on defense.
That's why I asked.
But we got some guys. Damn, I think it might be the offense, man.
Yeah, I think it's.
But I don't think not to say that the defense. Look, man, Hassan Reddick, all of my guys, like them dudes get busy, man. Fletcher, all them guys get busy.
The offense like to do what they do,
right?
In case the defense struggle.
It just like I just see with the weapons, like even Greg Ward had a great game the other night. Like he had like 5 catches or something like that. I mean, and if he can find his spot, sis, the game might be in trouble, baby. The game might be in trouble because if we get our third receiver catching balls, it's over. It's over.
So they going back to the big game.
It's over. We going back to the Super Bowl. We going back
to double it up
to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
All right, so as we're winding down. Shit, it's about to be September. As we're winding down on the MLB season, how you feeling about our Phils?
First of all, over the last 15, 20 games or so, I've been loving my Phils, man. Like we've been showing up. Guys been hitting. They've been changing positions. Everybody still like they still been winning games. No matter who's in the lineup, who's out the lineup. We got guys getting hot at the right time. It's a beautiful thing for the Phils right now. I think. We didn't have our last game that wasn't that great, but I think overall the last like 20 or so, we are doing well. The bullpen been playing well. We had a guy throw a no-hitter. So like, we all right. I think we need to just be in the mix, right? Because we have the talent, and we was just there, so we know we can do it,
right?
We just put us in the mix, and we might fuck the game up. Just put us in the mix.
Okay.
They put us in the mix last year, and what happened? They fucked the game up. We went right to the World Series.
World Series. I need the Phils to partner with somebody else other than McDevils, because them free nuggets be calling me, and I shouldn't even be eating that shit. I need to really delete the McDonald's app off my phone because I only get notified whenever the Phils win. I need them to partner with Chick-fil-A so I can get some real good free food. Hey, but they don't do chicken sandwiches no more. You get a free 6-piece chicken.
Yeah, that's bricking for chicken.
And late at night, sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, I got a free 6-piece. What the fuck am I eating McDevils for this time of night? I don't know. Usually probably because I be, hi.
As you should be.
Let's just hope nobody from my job watched this. All right, well, I think that's all. I can't remember. What else did I send you? I did send you something else. I can't remember. Oh, I said if we had time, we would talk about the fires in Maui.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I meant. We living in some
apocalyptic time.
Like a whole city was on fire. 93 people, I think, have now perished that they know of. I mean, people couldn't get to their homes. Like, I couldn't even imagine. And I want to go to Hawaii one day. And every time I feel like I get closer to going, some crazy shit happened. Last time it was a volcano erupting. Now it's this fire. All these people are dead. And I'm just like, you know, the Hawaiians don't want us coming there anyway because we're making shit more expensive for them. And that's why they have such a big drug problem and homeless problem because people came over there. And, yeah, I don't know what to say about that, honestly. Like, it's fucked up. Like, there's nothing you can do. It's really a natural disaster at the highest power. If you don't believe in God, check out Hawaii. But speaking of natural disasters and for overseas, there's some towns in Italy. I don't know if y'all know this. I read this the other day. They're selling houses for like $1.
Towns in Italy.
In any condition, waterfront, oceanfront towns selling villas because they want people to come. People have abandoned these towns, so they want foreigners to come. You can get your citizenship and get a house. I read about this black couple who bought a house sight unseen, meaning they didn't even see it. They just emailed like the lieutenant governor of this particular town in Italy. He sent them a listing of the homes they had available, and they had the money because they want to get the fuck out of America because America is getting crazy with the crime and the gun violence.
Yeah.
It was a black couple leaving the Midwest that are going to go to Italy. And they're going to live in Italy in their little house on the villa, their little villa on the ocean. I kind of want to do that, but I ain't never been, so let me go over there and check it out first. I can't really see myself uprooting myself to go somewhere I ain't never been, sight unseen, to move, even if the house costs $1.
Nah, yeah, because you know it might be a lot more work involved than you anticipate.
It's definitely going to be.
I have to see it, but that's crazy though.
Crazy. I'm gonna have to look into that though, because you know maybe I could afford a house in Italy if I can't afford one in Northern Liberties. Because Lord knows I can't afford one in Northern Liberties.
See, you can't, because you go there, you be eating all that pasta, you know. Next thing you know,
then I be 200 pounds.
Yeah, all that.
Your wife said book the trip to Italy.
I know she with it.
She probably on my travel planner right now trying to see how much it costs.
She with the Italiano. Wifey love the Italiano.
Yes. I also saw my friend Naeem, shout out to Congo, posted a question on his Facebook the other day. Are black folks still running to Atlanta? Running to the South to relocate? And I laughed at that because it's like, nah, black people actually are running everywhere but the South. Like, I remember when people first started going to Atlanta. Now people don't even want to go to Atlanta. There's so many black folk that ain't from Atlanta down there. Like, we running out of places to go. I still say Charlotte is a good option.
Oh yeah,
I still want to go to Charlotte.
That's your thing. I think you're gonna retire there. You know, I think that's where you're gonna retire at. You're gonna be there in Charlotte, in a little city / country.
I always say if I wanted to be married, I'd have been down there because the men in the South are trained and raised. They trained and raised to be family oriented.
They was bred.
I tell people all the time, don't get you a Philly nigga. You'll be in a relationship or a situationship for 5 to 20. And then y'all gonna break up and you're gonna be mad because you gotta start all over again at 40 something.
I know it's crazy.
I told one of my girlfriends that she got pregnant, she had a baby. The baby dad was like, nah, he ain't want to be apart. She was like, that's cool because I can always move back to wherever. She had another one. This Philly nigga ain't letting her go nowhere with his kid. So now she's in Philadelphia. Shout out to her. She here forever. Philadelphia, get to know us. You never leave.
It's tough.
All right, I ain't going to be hard on my city. You know I love my city and fight for
I love my city. We got our issues, but, we got some good things going on, too.
We got a lot of good things going on, like this show and every other show on the Glockaware radio station.
Yeah, shout out to Glockaware.
That is our time. So, until what's next week? Next week's date.
Yeah, it's
I want to say I should be here. Oh no, I'll be here. I'll be coming back from Houston. I'm going to Houston, I believe, next weekend.
You're always going somewhere.
Not this weekend. Also, no, I'll be here next week.
You need your own G5. You just need a G5 so you can just walk out here
I just really
onto the tarmac.
I really needed to hit that lottery so I can afford to do all the shit.
I wish you would have hit that, John. I'm like, yo, sis.
Sis be broke. Sis,
I'm like,
go
yo,
away,
sis.
come back and hustle. Go away, come back and hustle.
Let me
you know
borrow
why?
100,000 million.
You can't take it with you, so I'm going to use it all while I'm the fuck here.
That's right.
That is why I was born to live, and I'm going to live until I die. So yes, we'll see y'all next week. This has been Over a Drink.
Cheers.
Give me one margarita. It's like, no. That's my song, too. I only had one, little sis. Just one.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna have no more. Thank y'all for watching.